So today I'm going to give you guys my review of the Dallas Wings and New York Liberty game. We actually won, guys. I almost had a heart attack though, but let's get started. So starting off with Paige Beckers, as I always do. Paige Beckers had a great game today, okay? Another 20 ball from her, okay? 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. She had 3 steals, and Paige Beckers' defense was so good today, okay? Doing a lot of things defensively that didn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but what a two-way demon, a complete player, a generational player. So defensively, offensively, she was cooking. 58.3% field goal percentage, 7 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 4 from the 3, 4 of 4 free throws, only 1 turnover today. We will always take that efficiency fan club, and 72.7% true shooting. So yeah, efficient and getting it done, just getting some great shots to go, and she just played well. She just played well, making a difference, made those clutch free throws at the end. So yeah, really happy with Paige's performance today, and this is a solid stat line in general, but especially against the defending champs, okay? Paige was making it happen. So many good plays that I will shout out, but I'm pouring honey on you, go. I'm pouring honey on you, go, okay? I still would have liked to see her play point guard more during this game. Sure, would I like to see them set up some easy plays for her? Absolutely. You know, I have my qualms, everybody else irritates me, but Paige found a way like she always does, and just so many good things to share today for Paige, but we love it. Now time to talk about some of my favorite plays. So this really set the tone. I think this was the first bucket that she had on Natasha Cloud. So yeah, this was a really good play by Paige. We love the mid-range jump shot. This was another good play by Paige. She did like a kind of hezzy and then another mid-range jump shot, so we love that. I love this play. I love this play. Paige just makes it look so smooth, so easy. Just the tools that she has on her bag, the counter for defenses, like Paige has a very deep bag, so this was a really cool play. I'm pretty sure this is the 3 that Paige had, but like I said, Paige 3-ball feeds the soul. This was a good assist that she had to Enrique. I love me a good assist. I think this was her second 3 of the game. Just beauty to see. Now we gotta go on to some of the records that she has, as I always do. No limits to the glaze, bro. Paige Beckers is the only player in the WNBA to be top 10 in points, assists, and steals, okay? As a rookie, Paige Beckers is doing this. Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year, and all WNBA is loading soon, and they just made a defensive highlight of her blocks and steals so far this season. One of my mutuals was saying that if the team wasn't so ash, she would be in all defensive conversations. Look, let's get an all defensive second team, okay? She deserves it. She deserves it. The only player to be top 10 in these stats, a generational player. They showed this during the broadcast, but Paige Beckers, 18.1 points per game, 8th in the league. Assists per game, 5.6, 8th in the league. Would be higher if they didn't sell them. And 1.8 steals per game, tied 3rd in the league. And then I think minutes per game, 34.6, 4th in the league. Like I said, only player who is top 10 in all. What a special player that Paige Beckers is. Here's another one. Paige Beckers is the fastest guard to reach 10 career 20-point games since 2006. 10 20-point games. You understand how insane that is. She's a special player. She really is. 1-2, Paige Beckers has surpassed Alana Beard, Enrique Ngubawale, Caitlin Clark, and Cappie Poindexter for the most 20-point 2-steal games by a rookie guard in WNBA history. She still has 17 games remaining. Wow. This was Paige in the beginning of the game. And so, yeah, in 11 minutes, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 out of 6 field goals, and plus 25 on the floor. Exactly. Paige and Natasha Cloud at the end of the game. This is what basketball about. This is Paige's pregame fit. To those who care, I always like to show these. Also, these were Paige's shoes for the game. Okay, the Jordan Poole shoes, wearing them again. As we know, AZ picks the shoes, so good pick by AZ. Good pick by AZ. I love that she's always like switching out the shoes and the different ones that we see her. And I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Also, AZ Fudd was in attendance wearing I Love Paige Becker shirt. Love the relationship. Period. We love it. On to some of my favorite tweets for the game. This one, they said today, Paige Beckers versus evil Paige Beckers. I think this is so funny. I think that this is so funny. This one, they said, I just busted out laughing. We were on an 11-2 run at the beginning. That was crazy to see. I just saw this on Twitter, bro. Look what they said. They said wings in the city. Bro, I love whenever like a team wins and that admin just be savage as fuck, bro. Like these captions, like the one against the Storm, they said like, how are you the Storm and can't make it rain or something like that, bro. Whenever Chicago beat Minnesota and then the caption was y'all ain't beat Chicago. Like I love stuff like this. Like bro, like this is so funny. Like, oh my, like the social media admins be killing me. I had to add this in. This gave me a good laugh. Also to say, Sex and the City, one of the best shows of all time. If you've never seen it, you definitely need to go watch it, but I love the show. But this was hilarious. This one, love how Dallas playing. We really needed Haley Jones. She's been a difference maker. I agree. This is for Paige, but it says, nice example of why Paige has to touch the ball every possession. Even backline defenders are often off balance because Paige can legitimately drive, pass, or pull up to shoot anytime she breaks past the arc. And so, yeah, we pointed this at the game, but yeah, you can see that. You can see that. Like I said, Paige got a deep bag. Paige got a deep bag. One, the New York Liberty are letting a Dallas Wings NPC score. This was about Grace Berger because she was hitting some buckets early in the game, but I thought this was hilarious. I really did. But this one, Paige Beckers is the best basketball player in the world. Exactly, exactly. Every time I watch Paige play, it's just, it brings joy. It brings joy. Like I said, one of my favorite things to do in the world is watch Paige Beckers play basketball. So, and just wonderful, just wonderful. I'm sorry, best basketball player I've ever seen. I don't care. This one is so real. I'm too scared to celebrate the lead knowing this is Dallas, bro. That fourth quarter was not good, which I'll talk about later. This one, Paige Beckers, you are that. And it's that video of Asia Wilson talking about Kalia Copper at the Olympics, and they asked her to describe her, and she said, that bitch. Exactly, bro. Paige, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. I love how quickly she scored, like right away. This one, ethical ass hoops, and you just see everybody eating. You see everybody eating. This one, every time we expect Dallas to play the worst basketball, they want to be funny and do the opposite. Exactly, exactly, bro. I had no hope going into this game. I'm not going to lie. This one, Big Lee, we got to work on that defense and the paint sister. Child, they were scoring on Lee like there was no tomorrow. Like I said, she got to work on the defense. It's giving defensive liability. This one, I don't know what timeline we in for real, bro. 19 and 39. Like I said, it was crazy. This one is so funny. It said Sabrina tonight, and then it's her in the construction. Because she has... I'm sorry, bro. I think it's something for the shoes that she has with Nike, but I'm sorry, bro. Like, this is so funny, bro. In that first half, brick after brick after brick. And the second half, Sabrina cleaned it up, okay? And I like Sabrina for what it's worth, but I'm sorry, bro. This tweet was one of the ones tonight. I'm sorry. I agree with this one about Haley Jones. Haley Jones is the point forward who can maximize Paige's full skill set. Excellent second line defender plus defensive playmaker. Proficient at pushing the ball in transition. Can serve as an offensive hub and reset value in every and any possession. Exactly. Oh, this one, MHA bench now, bro. There was this one play where Paige was trying to facilitate the offense, right, and telling her what to do. She just told her, pass the ball, and what did she do? Turn over the basketball, not being able to finish. You guys already know the story with Maisha Hinedown, which I'll talk about later. This is really how I feel that we won the game. Like, smiling through it all. Can't believe this is my life. Exactly. This is my tweet, okay? I said, how bad were the Dallas Wings in the fourth quarter tonight? And then an AZ FUD edit that my mutual made. One of the best AZ FUD edits. But, bro, that fourth quarter, like I said, it was bad for us. Now on to everybody else. So Arike finishes with 20 points, 1 rebound, and 14 assists, okay? A double-double. I think guard double-doubles are so much fun. I really do. I love a good guard double-double, and I wish Paige had more season, but they sell her assists. But we move on. We move on. She had 1 steal, 46.7% field goal percentage, 7 to 15 from the floor, 2 to 7 from the 3, made 4 or 5 free throws, only 1 turnover, and 58.1% true shooting percentage. I'll give Arike her 8s today. I will, because Arike, for the most part, played really well in this game, okay? At halftime, she had a double-double, okay? And what was it, 15 points, 11 assists, something like that. And she's like the first player in WNBA history to have that in a half. So I just thought Arike's playmaking this game, and she was just making the easy pass time after time after time. And yeah, there was this one really nice pass that she had to Haley Jones, which I'll kind of show later, but just so many times just making the easy pass, making the easy read. Slot selection at times was questionable, but for the most part, Arike hit most of her shots. She did some great playmaking. So Arike, you know, she moved me today. She showed up in a tangible way. So I really appreciated Arike's performance for the most part tonight. I mean, 14 assists in a game is crazy. Okay, so she was able to do enough. So I appreciate that. Well, I believe that this was the assist that she had, but yeah, just sees Haley running, gets a nice balance pass into the bucket. Like, this is what I'm talking about. When Arike, you know, just plays with pace, when Arike plays smart, and when Arike's shots are hitting, she can be fun to watch, okay? Y'all need to stop this play Arike propaganda. I already know you guys are going to do it again tonight. I'm still not hungry, but Arike played well today. Next up, wanted to give a shout out to Louisa today. So she finishes with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. Okay, she had 1 assist, 1 block, plus 7 on the floor, 66.7 field goal percentage, 6 to 9 from the floor, 2 4 from the 3, only 1 turnover, and 77.8% true shooting. Yeah, Louisa able to get in double figures and able to finish some baskets, able to get some threes, able to have some good players for us. So I'm happy with Louisa's performance today. So continuing on, we have Dejanay Carrington, 17 minutes, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 30% from the floor. So like I say continuously, the shot selection from Dejanay Carrington, it's questionable. The driving in for contested layups, you know, I have my qualms, but Dejanay Carrington showed up defensively tonight, okay? Dejanay Carrington is our best defender, and she had some good plays. She had some good plays, what she's able to do, and able to lock people down and prevent baskets multiple times. So I really appreciated Dejanay Carrington's defense tonight. She really made a difference, even if it's not the flashiest on the stats. So I appreciate those things. We needed her tonight defensively, and she did good things for us. This is one of my favorite plays of the game. This is the block that she had on Sabrina. Yeah, I love a good block, and we needed that. And then we go on Leah Rue, 17 minutes, 8 points, 7 rebound, 1 assist, 80% from the floor. So yeah, not bad for the most part, finishing, I will say. But like I said, the defense has to get better. It's giving defensive liability. When we changed the rotations, and then it was like Lee and Maisha Hinedown, bro, New York started to catch up and everything because they are defensive liabilities. They can't defend without fouling 90% of the time. And, you know, they were just getting buckets on them left and right. So the defense, it has to get better from Lee. I've been saying she's a defensive liability. Offensively, she did enough for nice. I appreciate that. Haley Jones, I think 26 minutes, 8 points. I can't see the rest. So yeah, not her best shooting night from the floor. Sold a few shots. But I can appreciate her contribution. I can appreciate her assist, her defense, how hard that she tries, and she actually started today, which I think was the right decision. Still don't know why JJ Quinterly is in my starting lineup, but I will get to those things, trust. But I can appreciate her contribution today. I appreciate her IQ of the floor, so I'm happy with it. Now we continue on. So Grace Bigger, 13 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 50% from the floor. I am going to say this now. I do not want to see her playing the point guard position. Like I said, I don't want to see anybody but Paige playing the point guard position. Let's say those things. Let's say those things, bro. Like, why is she running the ball up in transition? I didn't like those things. Got a few easy baskets, but let's be serious. No shade. And then Myisha Hines-Allen, 14 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 50% from the floor. Myisha Hines-Allen continually pisses me off. I was talking about that play earlier where Paige was trying to tell her what to do, and then she immediately turns it over, and not being able to finish around the basket enough, being a defensive liability, the fact that she doesn't set screens. It's always the same thing I complain about with Myisha Hines-Allen. And like I said, whenever he had that lineup with her and Lee and all those other things, they started to cut down because they know that they're able to score on them, and they just make bad decisions continuously. Mainly Myisha Hines-Allen. I'll say that on Myisha Hines-Allen. But yeah, she just pissed me off so many times. I'm like, why is she still playing? Why is she still playing, bro? Like, I don't want to see her playing the games. I've had it. You guys know that I'm never here for the Myisha Hines-Allen experience. She just always finds a way to piss me off, okay? JJ Quinterly, 17 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 16 point something percent from the floor. I think she probably had a few good moments defensively. There was one time where she was trying to score on somebody. Who was it? Wasn't she trying to score on Jonquel Jones or somebody else? I'm like, girl, they're way taller than you. They're going to block the shot. I swear that's something that happened during the game. But only 2 points in 17 minutes and 16 point something percent from the floor. Like I said, get her out of the starting lineup. Continuously the problems with just getting ahead of herself in transition, bad decision making in terms of the shot selection, not being able to defend without fouling. I say the same things. I don't know why she's still in the starting lineup with Paige and Enrique back, but that needs to go. That needs to go. Like, I can't keep watching the JJ Quinterly experience by Chris. Like, it's getting really old. Zaza, 10 minutes, 3 points, 1 rebound, 20% from the floor. Yeah, Zaza, it wasn't her best night. It wasn't her better night. Gotta do better. At least she had the 3. I think that was an assist for Paige, so I'll take that today. I won't be too harsh on her, but gotta be better. That's all I can say. Terry McCowan did not play today. Ty Harris is out, and Maddie Seegers is out, as we know. Now we look at advanced stats for today's game. And so in the first quarter, 31-19, we came out in the beginning for the most part and made a killing, okay? Just shots were going in. I thought our defense this game was a lot better than it has been in the second half, and kind of questionable. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But at least first half, it was a lot better than it has been. Just putting a lot more pressure on them defensively and just working, like really, really working and making them miss shots and, hedging the screens and just all those little things defensively, all those little things. So I really appreciated that, jumping the pass lanes, all that. So I thought defensively was one of our better games. But, we got up to a good start. Like I said, when he switched those rotations, I never want to see that rotation again with Lee and Myisha Hines-Allen. And I think JJ was in it. That is one of the worst rotations that Chris has ever done. And that's saying a lot because his rotations are always consistently asked, and I fucking hate Chris. And I'm always going to say that in every single video. Fuck Chris. So yeah, they started to catch up, but for the most part, we did well. Second quarter, kind of a similar story, 32-17. So getting some good stuff to happen. Okay, we had 63 points at halftime, which actually beats our previous record that we had. The Fever broke our record when we played them, of course, because we played like fucking shit in that game. But we did better than we did in that one Phoenix game where we made a killing where it was like all the rookies and we won that game. So yeah, I think we had 63 points at a half, and then New York had 36 points at the half. And so yeah, it was their largest deficit going into halftime since 2022. Okay, so first half, I thought for the most part that we played well, offensively, defensively, making the easy plays time and time again. You see someone's open, you kick the ball out. You get trapped, you kick the ball out. Just playing smart and just playing unselfish, and this is what I like to see. And we just shot particularly well, and New York did not shoot well. Part of that was our defense, and part of that was they were just having brick city. It really was. So yeah, it was just brick after brick after brick in the beginning. So then we get to the third quarter, and, this is kind of where they started to catch up to us a little bit. We just started making mistakes. We had some really bad turnovers. I think Haley had some bad turnovers. I think Zaza had a bad turnover. Like, we were just making mistakes with that, and we were still able to keep up with them in the scoring, but we just started making lapses, and then Chris's rotations were not doing us any favors at all in the third quarter, I felt. And then we get to the fourth quarter, so 20-7. This has to be one of the worst fourth quarters of basketball that I've ever seen. Like, Dallas Wings, like, you guys understand how mad I would have been if we would have choked this away. I would have been mad as fuck, okay? I was getting scared in this fourth quarter, and I know you guys were too, because it was so ugly, bro. New York went on this huge run in the fourth quarter. Like I said, kind of continuing on with the third quarter, we kept making the mistakes with turning over the basketball. We kept sending them to the free throw line, and we kept missing shots. It was really bad for us in the fourth quarter, and they were really, raging on a comeback. Third quarter on, they started locking up more defensively. Offensively, they were getting some shots to go, and defensively, we weren't doing enough. They were able to get some easy stuff in transition, easy stuff at the rim, and we just weren't playing well. We were playing very sloppy. I think second half of this game, but especially the fourth quarter, only 7 points in a quarter. We almost choked this away. Like I said, that would have been so embarrassing, guys. But luckily, we, built up enough of a lead in the first half and, did enough in the third quarter and did enough in the fourth quarter. There was this one play where Natasha Cloud fouled Paige, and so she went to the line. Some people think it wasn't a foul. Yes, it was a foul. So Paige hit the clutch free throws. Dejanay got fouled at the end, and then she was able to make her free throws as well. So it's those things. We were able to do just enough. We almost choked this away. We have to be disciplined in the fourth quarter because, my God, I would have never lived down that choke job. I'm sorry. And, yeah, it was bad. Biggest leads, Liberty had none, and then I think we had, a 36 or 38, something like lead in the beginning, so that was great. Then we look at the run. So we had a 21-4 run in the first quarter, and then we had a 17-4 run in the second quarter, and they had a 27-8 run in the third quarter of the fourth quarter. We just played bad. And that combined with their defense and how well that they were shooting, it was looking ugly. Best player streaks, Maureen Johannes with 5, and Arika Ngubawale with 4. We continue on to the head-to-head metrics. So from the floor, they were 28 of 64, 43.8%, and we were 36 of 78, 46.2%. And so, yeah, in the beginning, we were shooting well, and like I said, that third quarter, we actually did decent. And that fourth quarter, it was bad. Like I said, it's the continuous problems that I have with shot selections, especially in clutch moments. If it's a clutch moment, you get Paige Beckers the basketball. I forgot to say this last video, but yeah, could have gave Paige the ball a few more times and everything like that, because Paige would pass the ball, and then they would just brick, or they would drive to the basket and take contested layups and have to be better, especially in clutch time. And yeah, we controlled it, thank God, but it was not good. But yeah, ultimately we were a little bit better, so that's good news. From the three, 7 to 26. So yeah, they were bad from three, and we were 7 to 25. Okay, so yeah, we were both ass from three. So there's that. Our perimeter defense this game was really good as well too. So I appreciated that. Just so much pressure that was being put on Sabrina and also on Natasha Cloud this game, and just making them uncomfortable, making them have to pass the ball. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I want to see. And Dejanay Carrington combined with that really made a difference for our defense today. We have to do that throughout the entire game, but defensively it was one of our better ones. Turnovers, we even out 12 and 12. Like I said, back half, gotta be better. Just some bad passes, some traveling, some shot clock violations, and have to be smarter in the decisions that we make with the basketball. But thankfully we won. And then you see rebounds, 47 to 37. So yeah, we were hustling for those rebounds. Okay? And it makes a huge difference. So being able to out-rebound them and get those second chance opportunities and, offensively and defensively, those things are extremely important. There was this one play where Paige fought to get that rebound. I like to see those things. You got to work for the rebound. And yeah, so we did better on the rebounding. We see assists, 27 to 24. So better in that regard. Blocks, they had 5 to R3. Defensive rebounds, they had 28 to R30. Offensive rebounds, 5 to 9. And then points out turnovers, 24 to 9. So yeah, able to jump the passing lanes, able to cash in more on those moments, which is good news for us. So I'm happy about that. Then we continue on, points in the paint. So we had 42, they had 38. Fast break points, 18 to 16. So we're actually better than them at transition. We still continuously blow easy layups and shots at the rim. Mike Johannes is one of the main proponents of that. JJ Quinterly is another main proponent of that. Dejanay Carrington. Most of the players on the team be blowing easy layups, and we have to be better at those things. Luckily, we were better than them in transition today. Fast break points, we had 10 to their 9. Steals, we had 8 to 6, which is good news. And personal fouls, 17 to 12. But why did the Dallas Wings win this game today? I think I didn't watch the last game. From what I saw on the timeline, what my friends were saying and everything, it wasn't good. What happens when Paige doesn't play? We get blown out by 26 points. I'm not shocked out, especially by the Las Vegas Aces. We can never win. And that matchup, no shade, I am not hungry. But yeah, I think, they were just motivated after that. And everybody came and played hard. Defensively, I think that was a huge difference in the first half. Offensively, we're getting some good buckets to go and playing unselfish as well. And they didn't have a great shooting night, and partially that is due to our defense as well. So I think that made a huge difference in this game, and we were just able to make enough buckets and get everything to go. And I think that these things are important. I think it's important to play unselfish, as I continuously say. We were able to get enough buckets to go. That fourth quarter, I said this before in this video 800 times, but it was dreadful. Luckily, we controlled it. But yeah, I think that's why we win. I think the New York Liberty, I saw the last game against the Sparks. I knew they were going to be mad as fuck. And the third quarter, they really started putting it together. They almost staged a comeback. And everything. But yeah, yeah, I think defensively they were kind of lazy today and they just weren't effective enough. And then they had Brick City as well. And yeah, we have to do a better job controlling the fourth quarter. Luckily we did, but I think that that's why we win the game. And yeah, some of his rotations were abysmal, I will say. At least we had a new starting lineup. Get JJ out of there. We keep Haley in. Probably throw Dejanay Carrington back into the starting lineup, or Lee, or we have to switch the starting lineup in some ways. We need to let Paige play point guard more and facilitate more things and make smarter decisions. But that's why I think we win today. Also have to just say that I'm so happy that we won today. Like, bro, it was so long for us to play the Liberty, and Kathy's scheduling is so puzzling to me because we're over 2 months in a season and we're just now playing the Liberty. So it was that. I saw the last Liberty game and that was generational, okay? If you have not seen that game, please go replay it versus the Los Angeles Sparks. That is a top 3 game this year. It was very, very, it was just cinema. It was cinema. It was so good. And so, yeah, like with that, with them coming off mad, with how we've been playing, child, I thought this was about to be a blowout. And Kathy waiting, I was like, bro, everyone's going to see us get blown out on ESPN. I had no faith today. Like, I'm going to keep it so honest with you guys. But for us to win, and in the end, it's got scary, but at least we did it. I'm just happy. I'm just happy because I thought this was going to be like one of the highest scoring games of the year, and they were going to drop like 200 on us, child. So thank God they don't have Stewie today, which definitely, if they had Stewie, it probably would have been a different story. Stewie is one of the best in the world. But yeah, I'm just happy that we won. I'm happy that we won. I'm having joy tonight. I'm having joy tonight. The New York Liberty side. So starting off with Sabrina Ionescu, she finishes with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists, 1 steal, 38.5% field goal percentage, 5 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 5 from the 3, 6 of 7 free throws, 5 turnovers, which I did not know she had 5 turnovers until right now, but it's not good, and 52.9% true shooting. So like I said, in that first half for Sabrina, it was brick after brick after brick. And to her credit, she was trying. She was driving through the lane. She was trying to get some floaters and some layups, and they just weren't hitting. They weren't hitting. You know, she was really trying this game, and, you know, the shots just weren't falling. In the second half, she was able to get some more shots to fall, able to drive through the lane, able to hit a 3, and Sabrina really tried. Was not her best game, you know, but, you know, she tried. She tried her best. That's all that I can say. That's all that I can say. I still appreciate that performance in the Sparks game, so Sabrina's all good with me. We continue on. Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud did not play well today. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. At least she had 8 assists. I will give her that, but only 4 points. Like, and then 1 steal, 33% field goal percentage, 2 of 6 from the floor, no threes, no free throws, no turnovers, 5 personal fouls, and 33% true shooting. Wasn't great for her today. Let's put it that way. We'll go on to Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones actually had a good game for the most part. 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, 37.5% field goal percentage, 6 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 6 from the 3, 4 of 4 free throws, 50.7% true shooting. So not our most efficient from the floor, but this is still a respectable stat line for today. Then we continue on. Talbot, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steal, 3 block, 100% from the floor. That's actually not bad. I already talked about Cloud, Sabrina, Jonquel, Maria Johannes, 19 minutes, 9 points, 5 assists, 44% from the floor, excuse me. That's not bad for her time. Lena Fibich, 30 minutes, 9 points. Damn. 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 37.5% field goal percentage. Then closing it out, Isabel Harrison, 17 minutes, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 0 assists, steal or block, 60% for the floor. Not bad for today, not bad for today. And again, stop telling us to apologize to ex-Chicago Sky players because she asked. She still asked. I don't care, but it was one of her better performances. Gardner, 16 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 33% for the floor. Not good enough. Sherrod recorded nothing, and then everybody else is out. So there's those things. But why do I think that the New York Liberty lose this game today? I think that in the beginning, like I said, shots weren't falling. Part of that was due to our defense. Part of that was just due to the shot selection at times. And, you know, sometimes your shot just doesn't fall. So there was that. In the second half, you know, they were giving us a run for our money, you know, toward the end. It was looking real scary. But I think that those are the things. And yeah, defensively, I just think that it was not good enough from them until the second half. Kind of similar to how I felt until the Sparks game and everything. And so, yeah, I think that there's just fatigue. I really think that there's just fatigue. I think that they're tired. I think that they tried. But I think when you have the fatigue, I think that there's that. And, you know, the shooting day wasn't great. The defense wasn't great till the second half. They don't have Stewie today. So I think if Stewie plays, you know, obviously it's a different story and everything. But yeah, we were able to capitalize and turn them over. And, you know, we were just more hungry for it offensively, defensively. So yeah, that's why they lose the game today. Happy that my Dallas Wings got a win. Thank God. But yeah, let me know what you guys think below.